Hey everybody, I'm Liz Ferry.
Hey guys, I'm Joey.
And welcome to another WIP Wednesday stream. So it's kind of the technique that I did for the shaved back of her hair. The top is just done with like plain like yarn
so
and strand
it's a very short style, like hairstyle.
Yeah, and I'll show you I'll show you guys a couple that I did the full head with this short style. But this one I just did half so that she could have long at the top and short at the back. This one I just thought it looked really nice with the shaved sides aesthetic for her to have ears. I'm not entirely positive about this neck piece because what I really want to do with this doll is I want to give her some embroidered tattoos.
Right.
So I don't know if I like the idea of having this to cover up space that I could potentially add tattoos to. So I might actually use this for a different doll. She was just the only doll that I had with me at that point with a finished chest and neck. So she just
you a model to
so she just ended up wearing the wire crochet piece.
Yeah.
And this is another one with a variegated yarn for their hair color. It's a different.
Not quite a mer person yet.
He's just the upper half of the body. And actually, I kept him going for a little while, so he's got a little bit more going. But I kept him going for a while just because I wanted to do more testing on the pattern. But I am going to frog this back to the midsection just so that I can
start a tail on him.
Yeah, I just figured if I got this far, I might as well keep going just to test the pattern one more time before I do the tutorial for the muscular body type.
Right.
But I did give him eyebrows and a goatee, which I don't think I've ever made a goatee on a doll before.
Right.
So this is the first.
I think that came out pretty good.
Yeah, it is the first time that I have done that. And also, I made his brows a little fuzzy. I'm not sure if you can really tell on the camera. He's more of a rainbow. Well, I guess they're both rainbow. This one's more of a bright rainbow color aesthetic.
The first one had a little bit pastels or just lighter, softer colors.
Yeah, but I really like this color palette of the hair.
Where this one's super vibrant.
I really love this vibrant color scheme. And then also I did the gradient eyebrows on him as well. And then the other thing that I was excited to do for this one is I'm doing a test on this same muscular body technique, except with a very thin, tiny little body.
Right.
So the difference between these two is pretty intense. Wow, that is very...
I know, right?
It's so thin.
What a wee lad.
But yeah, this one I kind of wanted him to look more like a younger, like teenager kind of.
Yeah.
And Demonly loves the hair. Thank you, Demonly. But yeah, I'm super excited to show you guys this technique. I've been trying to figure out a way that I liked to make short hair for a long time now, and this is the first time that I've really done it in a way that I really, really like. This is a embroidery piece that I've been working on. Some of you might recognize this, but this is it's unfinished obviously, but this is the coat of arms for Hufflepuff from Pottermore. And I was actually working on this. I had this vision of putting this on a jacket for Joey eventually because fun fact, Joey is a Hufflepuff. I've almost finished with it.
Really nice.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at embroidery. Some of you might have noticed that from a couple of my tutorials.
Just straight up looks like fur.
Yeah, I like the texture of the embroidery floss for the badger for sure. All of these little black spaces in the background are going to be leaves eventually. This is not in a hoop because I think it came off of the hoop and then I lost it. So hopefully sometime we can find Joey a nice Hufflepuff
I know, I was almost
coat.
thinking like it'd be cool to find like a Letterman type jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Have that on the sleeve.
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool use
But
for
I'm
this.
the sports type at all, but...
But this is my Fraggle Rock piece. Some of you guys might recognize this character. This is Boober from Fraggle Rock, and also I did the Fraggle Rock logo in the rock style instead of just the type, the font or whatever. And I'm in the process of finishing it with a little edge of orange.
It's like it's
getting close.
It's
so
close. It looks so good.
It's pretty good. I feel like there's a few things I could have done better, but obviously since I've been working on this for literally 10 years, like it's bound to have certain spots that are better than others. Like there's a few spots like on the face where it's not like the stitching isn't as well done, and then also some of it is a little more worn in places than others, just because it's like some of the stitching is pretty old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to get these done at some point, but like I just have so much other stuff that I'm working on that it's hard to finish something like this, because it's not exactly like high priority, because it's just like a random decorative piece that I just wanted to make on a whim.
Yeah.
Alright, there's one more embroidery piece, but it's actually in this bag. This is one of the ones that I was actually working on while I was on vacation. And this piece is something that I do have a tutorial for. Not this specific design, but I have the tutorial for the technique available on the channel. This is my fairy doll wings technique.
Right.
So it's basically just double-sided embroidery. But right now I've only done the frame around the wings. This is going to be a zebra swallowtail butterfly.
So here's a little template.
Here's the template that I made, and also the wire frame that I'm sewing around. So if you want to see how I worked this technique, you can check out that fairy doll wings tutorial on my channel. So I've been working on this dragon for a few years now too. But it's another piece that I pull out and finish a lot of and then put away for several years. But it's completely made out of random pieces of jeans that I used to fit into and don't anymore.
It's a scrap denim dragon.
So I thought I'd pull this guy out and show him to you.
And then you just like put pipe cleaners for the bone.
Yeah, this was when this is a really old piece. So this is before I knew how to make wire skeletons really well. So actually the wires in the wings are all pipe cleaners, and I think a little bit of coat hanger in there somewhere. You can actually hear like
the little crinkly sounds of the pipe cleaner.
Yeah, you can hear the coat hanger scratching the pipe cleaner if you move the wing a little bit. Alright, so here's his face. And I have this random little ice cube looking bead that I put at the center of its head because I thought it looked a little icy. And I also left it with the fringe, like with raw edges, just because I kind of like the aesthetic. And I also have this idea of adding like wefts to it eventually to give it actual like fur, which that might take me a while to get to. So I just kind of left all of these. And my original idea was, oh, I'll do it with thread, which that was a terrible idea.
Yeah,
so here's a little bit of it was done with thread, but I'm probably going to cut those away because that would have taken a really long time to pull off. Another thing that I haven't done in a long time, but I used to do all the time, was this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, when I was...
embroidered a little, like...
When I was little, I used to make Muppet-inspired puppets out of crochet and felt. And I used to do this to them a lot, where I would embroider on this. And then eventually I figured out how to just, like, sew different pieces of felt colors to make it look like that as well. But, like, this was just a technique that I used to use when I was younger to make it have that kind of Muppet aesthetic, which I kind of thought this already had just because of the shape of the face.
Yeah.
And let's have a look at the wing. Here's the back of the wing.
Yeah, I love how the wing looks.
I think I could have done it better now, but I do like how it looks. I like how that folds together. I really love that aesthetic. And let's look at the front side of the wing, because I thought it would look cool to have the color difference. I put the inside of the jeans. Yeah, the inside of the jeans for the webbing on the wing on the front side. And this is sewn on, so that's nice. And I did go through all of the pattern pieces that I have cut out already to make sure that I still have all of them, and I do still have all of them. So I can finish working on this guy. That would be nice.
Right, you do have enough pieces.
I do have all of the pieces, yes. And these legs I really like too. I like how the toes.
Yeah, the toes came out.
Look, yeah. I think it would be really cool to try to make something like this with crochet eventually, though. This style of wing I've never done in crochet, and that would be kind of a trippy, especially because I've really got this wire skeleton technique down now, and if you want to check out how I do wire skeletons now, you can check out that tutorial. That's also on the channel. But it's worlds away from what I did when I was doing this, because this is literally just like a piece of coat hanger right here, and then like meticulously twisted together pieces of pipe cleaner
all
in
the way
many
down.
different colors
Yeah,
all
right.
the way down through all of this part.
Gotta...
And I think there's one other piece of coat hanger here, but none of it is connected together, so it doesn't have any strength. It just kind of flops.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is a bit...
It's a bit floppy.
It is a bit floppy.
Mm-hmm. This one is, again, another half mermaid. She's not done yet. All I've done
Just the
is...
torso.
Yeah, just the torso, and none of the tails are sewn in. There's just the torso and the hair
So
that I
has
did.
torso, and she has tails, so she is like a mermaid.
I know, right? And I did this braid along the side here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what color palette to do for the scales or anything yet. I've literally just done the hair. I feel like it's got to be something that matches with the hair, but I don't really know. I'll figure that out later, because it's going to have to be a different texture of yarn, because this is such a thick yarn, it really wouldn't work for the scales. So I'll figure out something that matches with it. Maybe I'll just do a flat color since her hair is so colorful. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave comments or...
Like, as I said earlier, I've been trying to work on putting embroidery tattoos on mermaids. So this one...
about this one.
Yeah, this one I have been working on for a little while. So I've been working on trying to put, like, some classic sailor aesthetic tattoos on her body. And also I did some embroidery on her face, and I blushed her cheeks a little bit as well. But let me show you the scales. So I did a color gradient. I think that I actually used variegated embroidery floss for this, so that's why it has such a nice even color gradient on her scales. And I did this little ship here. I'm going to put some silver embroidery floss for the prow of it.
Yeah, the ship looks just...
Yeah, I'm really happy with that
There's a lot
ship.
of detail in that ship.
Yeah.
It came out, like, all the sails came out really, really nice.
And my little octopus that has no details on it at all. Literally, I just outlined it and colored it in. I'm going to put some little orange spots and a face.
Though. I mean,
yeah, no, I think it would work if I just left it like that, but I do want to do
little
more detail on it.
Explosion of tentacles.
And then you can see there's not some places where the color isn't completely filled in.
Right.
So I do need to do a little bit more detail work on it, and I'm going to add some little, like, maybe red spots and some yellow eyes to it, maybe. And then her little anchor tattoo.
Mermaid.
And then also I put a little trident on her fist so that if she punches somebody, it looks like she's tridenting them in the face. And I wanted to give her some nice eyeliner. I was thinking about winging her eyeliner a little bit more intensely, maybe. I wanted to give her some really thick eyeliner and some brown eyes. She's actually kind of inspired by one of my cousins. So I kind of wanted to give her that aesthetic a little bit. Yeah. I'll show you this one more sea-themed applique, and don't ask me how to make this. Don't ask me how to make this, because I am not...
This is far too...
I don't know how I did this.
It just kind of came out.
Yeah, so this is my conch that I made. This is one of my favorite appliques that I've ever made. It, like, looks so real. I love this piece. But, like, I don't know how I did this. But yeah, this is going to be on one of my Irish crochet seafloor pieces that I do eventually. So I'm really excited about that. I have a bunch more random shells and stuff that I've been working on, but this is by far the prettiest one. So I thought I should show you guys that. And maybe when the full Irish crochet piece comes together, I'll show you guys that as well. Here is my red macaw that I've made. I'm thinking of making a bunch of other ones in different poses and putting them in an arrangement. I'm not sure. I might make this one a fairy one, and put like a random,
like a jungle,
like a
jungle
tropical themed fairy, and then put her in a tree with a bunch of like birds and mangoes and stuff like that. So yeah, let me show you guys a little more close up. But yeah, I really love the color changes on this.
The flare of the wings.
And this one, I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I feel like it would be a little easier for me to figure out if I looked at it for a while rather than that conch, which is way more complex looking. So here it is, my Cheshire Cat that I've been working on. And one of the reasons why this one was so complex, obviously, is because it's so tiny. And let me put that down. And there's the other piece that goes with it is my Alice. that I've been working on. And I'm trying to size these two to the same size so that I can put them in the same piece together.
They make sense next to each other. Although, who knows how big Cheshire Cat is.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like his size can change depending on the situation. But for this Alice, I think I frogged and redid the hair a couple of times, and also the legs kept coming out weird for some reason. So I did have to rework some of the parts of this one a couple of times before they were just right. And this one took forever to figure out how to do. Like, I don't even remember if I, like...
So with the outlining and
yeah, because it was practically Irish crochet in and of itself. Because it was like, I made a little piece here and a couple of little pieces there, and then I connected everything together with, like, chains
and then you
stuff.
have a fabric that it's all built on top of.
Yeah, and I have built it on top of this piece of fabric. I haven't finished sewing it on super cleanly yet. You can see there's some black outline that I'm doing here, because I wanted to outline the cat in black and kind of differentiate the arms from the body and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna have to save the rest of our WIPs for next time, because it's getting a little late and we've been going for about 42 minutes, and sometimes these are really hard to edit down if they've gone on for this long. Thanks so much for everybody that tuned in, though, and all of your comments this time on the chat. It was really cool hearing from you guys. And I'll update you guys if we end up not doing WIP Wednesday in 2 weeks, but we probably will. Yeah. Because, like, we'll probably we're still going to be at this place.
We're still here, so we're going to try and keep our schedule regular.
Yeah. We might,
after our little vacay.
We might maybe be, like, really busy trying to, like, get stuff in order, but we're going to try to squeeze in one more, or maybe two, depending on how much longer we're here.
We'll let you guys know.
So hopefully we'll get the place that we want to get into, and we'll have a new studio soon. And thanks a lot for watching. If you guys want to send me any of your WIPs, also, you can find all of my social media links in the description. And I think that's all that we're doing this week. So we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.